We are in the middle of a heat wave here in the UK, so I'm going to keep this video very short and sweet. I'm going to be telling you about my upcoming non-fiction book, Cosy Creativity, sharing the cover with you, and then briefly what I am doing now that that book is basically finished. Hey, hi, hello. If you're new here, my name is Melanie and I write cozy fantasy and cozy non-fiction books as well. So I spent the best part of 2025 and the latter part of 2024 working on my cozy fantasy novel, The Lunar Quartz Library. And that was the kind of first full-length book that I had ever written. And I went on a real journey with that book, both in terms of kind of technical writing skills, but also the softer skills of kind of knowing when to push myself, when not to, knowing how to set up my environment for writing success. It was a whole creative journey for me that was very different to writing non-fiction. And I learned a lot about kind of creativity and mindfulness and all that good stuff. And I wanted to utilize that and put it into a book that would essentially help other people like me. So instead of writing the sequel to the Lunar Quartz Library, which we'll be talking about in a few minutes, I decided to step back, switch back to non-fiction mode in my brain and write this book. So what's it called? It is called Cosy Creativity, and I describe it as the artist's way, but less rules, more relaxed. I'm not going to be telling you in every chapter that you must go and do morning pages, you must go on an artist date, you must answer 10,000 questions. None of that. I love the artist way, but I feel that the artist way is often quite geared towards professionals in their field, as opposed to kind of ordinary people who are looking to get back into some form of creative hobby. It can be quite overwhelming as a process, so I wanted to create a kind of alternative that was more for just someone who maybe loved sewing or drawing or something like that when they were a child, but then they've gone on in life, they're now at midlife and they've had their children and caring responsibilities and have kind of let a lot of that slip because there was no choice. You've been very busy doing all of the things that come with being in midlife, but maybe you've seen Instagram reels of someone doing something that you used to love, like sitting there and doing embroidery, and you've thought to yourself, I would love to get back into that, but ... This is the book for you. This is a book that we're going to talk about how to get back to those kind of creative dreams that we had as children or just as young adults, and how we can do that in a way that makes sense at this period of our life. I'm talking about kind of different ideas, so it's not solely about writing. I'm also talking about more practical crafts and everything. Obviously, this is not a step-by-step on how to do any of these things. This is more a guide to how you can get back into the kind of zone and the mindset, and how you can set up your environment to support you in your creative endeavors. This is the cover. I love this cover. I just thought it was absolutely perfect for what I wanted to evoke with this book. I got this from Design Dusk. Would highly recommend that if you are looking for a pre-made cover on a budget. They do also do custom work, but I was just looking for a pre-made, found this, and it was perfect for me. So when is it coming out? This book is coming out next Tuesday. I'll put the exact date down here because it's warm and my brain has now entirely forgotten the calendar. That is when it will be out. It will be exclusive to Amazon at this point. It will not be in Kindle Unlimited just yet. I might enroll it in the future, but it will be on sale for 99 pence or 99 cents depending on your currency for the first week. So if you are interested, go and grab it while it is highly discounted before the price goes up. And I would love to hear your thoughts on it if you do go and grab a copy. And so all So please do share those with me in the comments or send me a message over on Instagram, whatever you prefer. I always love getting feedback about what people have found useful in my books and if it has inspired you to rediscover your own creativity. So what's next? I am going to be working on a prequel story for the Lunar Quartz Library. This will be a short story. It's not going to be a whole book or even a novella. It is a short story that I will be setting as perma-free on Amazon, so that it can kind of encourage people to get into this world, and if they like the prequel they can go on and read the full novel. It's there as a teaser basically, what might be called also a reader magnet or a cookie. Just a free short story to draw people into the world of Quartz Falls and to get them to enjoy the full-length novel. It's a really useful way to share your work in a short story format. In certain genres it definitely works to draw in an audience, so I will be working on that. Beyond that, I am looking to write some more short stories and pieces for paid publication. As I've talked about in other videos, whilst I love writing the Lunar Quartz Library, obviously no one is making bank on their first fiction title. I'm essentially just doing some freelance work to top up my author funds so that I can funnel it into writing more fiction books. Once I've done that, I do have plans to write the sequel, or should I say sequels, to the Lunar Quartz Library. These will very likely be novella length. As much as I enjoyed writing the Lunar Quartz Library as a full-length book, I just prefer to write shorter. That is something that I have discovered over this period of time, and I think it would be more fun to do kind of 3 is the number that I have in mind for the kind of sequels and next in the series. I think it would be more fun to do 3 shorter books rather than 3 longer books, because 1, I'll be able to get them out a lot quicker, and 2, I think I can pack more into the story and it would just be more fun to read than possibly having to draw it out over a longer period of time. I will of course also be continuing to work on my blog. It's just a fun little side hobby for me at the moment. Is essentially a author education type platform. So rather than filming that kind of content here, I focus on creating content for my readers on this channel. But if you are interested in learning how to kind of write and self-publish on a budget, you might enjoy the blog, and there is a link to it in the description down below. So as I said, this is a very short and sweet vlog today. I just wanted to obviously share that my new book is coming out and to give you a preview of the cover and just to update you on what I am doing next. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do go out and get a copy of Cosy Creativity, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. It will be available next Tuesday for sale in Amazon worldwide. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.